School that set up the likes of Prime Ministers Boris Johnson, David Cameron and Harold Macmillan have announced that they're going to set up a college in Middlesbrough.
Yes, £44,000 a year. Eton say they're setting up 3 schools in so-called education cold spots. It's part of the government's levelling up agenda.
Our reporter Chris Jepson is in the town for us to tell us more. Chris, what do we know about this then?
Well, we understand that Eton has teamed up with Star Academies to open 3 selective sixth forms, one here in Middlesbrough, one in Dudley and one in Oldham in September 2025. Now, they say that the plan is to take 240 A-level pupils each year, encouraging high-achieving GCSE pupils from poorer backgrounds to gain top grades, enabling them to study at Oxbridge and other elite universities. Eton will contribute hundreds of thousands of pounds each year, and there will be academic essay prizes, debate clubs, talks from prominent speakers, Oxbridge-style tutorials and the chance to learn Latin and go to Eton Summer School. Now, we spoke to some people here in Middlesbrough earlier, and this is what they said they thought about the plans.
It'll be all right for them if it's maybe free. Maybe some of them don't have the money, but they want to go to school. So it's a great idea. I buy it.
It will be a great thing, I think, because it will be a good thing for the society, for building for the society, for building a new generation.
Can I just say my son was born and brought up in Washington, and he went to Cambridge University and he's graduated and he's now a solicitor in London. So just was to show one parent family, you know, your kids don't have to be, well, less educated, are they? So I think it's a really good idea.
Now, the Middlesbrough Mayor, Andy Preston, told me that he thinks that this is a brilliant opportunity for young people here in the town.
There'll be a push to get people from challenging backgrounds. There'll be a focus on people getting free school meals, a push to get them not just into a university, but to get them into the top tier of universities, boosting their life chances. And what we need in Middlesbrough and the whole of Teesside is that step up, that chance to build a really exciting, brilliant future.
Now, the Labour MP Andy MacDonald has written to the Mayor saying that it's unacceptable he heard about these plans second-hand, and he told us earlier that it's imperative the full facts and audit trail of such a proposal are made public as a matter of urgency.
OK, Chris in Middlesbrough, thank you very much indeed.
Well, a little earlier I spoke to Tom Arbuthnot, who's a deputy head of Eton College, and I began by asking him why they're coming to Middlesbrough.
We announced last summer our partnership with Star Academies and our intention to open these schools. And since then, we've gone through quite a detailed research process, looking at places which had the right criteria to make a college like this successful. But what's clear about Middlesbrough is, you know, it's a place where 35% of young people get 5 good GCSEs, but only 8% go on to get A-level grades, which will get them into the top third of universities. So it felt to us like this is a place where our college can make a real difference. It's also a place where there are going to be 5,000 extra 15 to 19-year-olds over the next 10 years. So there's clear need for additional provision.
How similar is the setup going to be to Eton? 'Cause I think, Tom, when most people hear about Eton, they think, well, it's just for boys. They think of Boris Johnson, the princes. Are girls going to be allowed to apply here, and are you going to have to pay for it?
No, it's going to be a co-educational state school, so it's going to be free to all kids. We're going to actively. The idea of this model is really that we have children for whom it's going to make a big difference. So it's really going to be focused on kids who are first in family to go to university, or kids who come from more disadvantaged backgrounds. It is going to be a state school. It's not going to be an independent school like ours. It's not going to be a boarding school. So it will look and feel a bit different, and of course there'll be girls. But you know, many of the values that we share with Star Academies about educating the whole person, about pushing kids to do as much as they can to be the best person they can be, that will all be part of the model.
You are going to take the brightest children because it's going to be selective based on grades, isn't it? So, bearing that in mind, what would success look like for this college in Middlesbrough?
Yeah. So it's going to be selective to the extent that it's going to bring in kids for whom A-levels are the right choice post-16. It's a bit early to say at this stage. We haven't even bid for these schools yet what success is going to look like. But we hope very much that we're going to see a strong conveyor belt of kids going from this school into the country's top universities.
And Tom, just finally, you went to Eton yourself. You've overseen this sort of partnership before because there are similar colleges in other parts of the country. What are the benefits that you've seen of both of those?
Well, it's brilliant for us as a school, and we love our partnerships with schools, particularly state sector schools. The model, particularly is a school in East London that we co-founded called the London Academy of Excellence. The kids there are extraordinary. They're brilliant, they're vibrant, they're sassy, they're great fun to talk to, and they go on to achieve extraordinary things. And if we hope very much that the college in Middlesbrough is going to do exactly the same thing. I can't wait to have years and years and years of close traffic between our schools and cities going forward.
It's great to hear your enthusiasm, Tom. You describe those other children as bright and sassy, and that's a lot like what the kids on Teesside are like. So thank you very much for spending the time talking to us today.